Hello and welcome to Give a Little. My name is Cliff, and today I'm going to talk about how we can transform mistakes into becoming teachers. I'm going to talk about 3 reactions that we can have to making mistakes and how they can snowball into affecting how we pursue and continue with a project or whatever we might be working on. And then I'm going to give you 4 solutions how we can approach mistakes and turn those mistakes into teachers. So let's get started. So let's talk about our reactions firstly. The first one is we can get upset, we can get frustrated, we can get annoyed with ourselves, and we can get, angry, which can prevent us from, thinking clearly about how we might go about resolving the mistake we've made. So those sort of emotional reactions can then lead into, critical self-talk. We have over 60,000 thoughts a day, so it's very easy to initiate a thought process, particularly in this case where we have made a mistake and we're starting to feel these emotions, and after those emotions set off, in a split second we can get all sorts of discussions going on inside of our head about how we're not good enough. We won't be able to resolve this. I keep making mistakes, and it can go on and on and on, which can then lead into this third reaction of sabotaging ourselves of doing something that we really wanted to do, or it may be a challenging situation, but on the other side of a challenge and on the other side of doing something new can be a feeling of fulfillment. So we don't want to go down the track to the point where we are sabotaging and giving up completely. So those reactions can happen very, very quickly. Getting upset, leading into this critical self-talk, and then leading into this sabotage action or reaction. So if we can prevent those, then we can go on and achieve the things that we set out to do in a more relaxed and sort of keep going and with a keep going attitude. So now I'm going to talk about 4 solutions that might help you keep going when things get maybe what it feels like a bit tough. So let's look at some solutions that will allow us to move our mistakes into teachers. The first one is fairly simple. It's basically walking away. Walking away and taking some time out. If we've made mistakes, sometimes we, as I mentioned, can build up some frustration, some emotion might get overtake us, and we start sabotaging ourselves with the self-talk. So walking away gives us time to think, to clear our mind. It could even mean going for a walk, and we know from research that when we do go for a walk, it creates an environment in our brain and our mind so that we can think clearer, and then we can get solutions to problems. So that's the first one. The second one is letting go, and it's a simple process but requires us to form a new habit. Letting go is really just sitting down quietly, taking a few deep breaths, and just allowing those feelings of whatever they are, whether it's frustration or being annoyed with yourself, just to pass through our system without thinking too much, just letting them go and not allowing ourselves to get into that self-talk where we can create stories about why we shouldn't go ahead with this project because we keep making mistakes. So letting go, allowing those feelings to come through, letting them out of our body, and allowing ourselves to be calm and then become clear and then find a solution. The third one I really like because sometimes we forget about our previous experiences. So reflecting on mistakes we might have made in the past and where we've actually found solutions, where we've gone through a process of, we've made a mistake and then a solution comes along, we correct it, and how do we feel? Well, we feel like we've achieved something. We've achieved something where we maybe thought it was a challenge, but we've worked through it. So sometimes it's valuable to just reflect on that and look back and see what we've done in the past and use that motivation, that self-inspiration, if you like, to continue. And the final one, the fourth one, in allowing ourselves to move from making a mistake into using it as a teacher is to seek support. That support could come from family, from friends, from coaches, from a leader in the business that you might be working from, a teacher, even using current technology. An example for me is, in my last video, my son who's editing these videos said, "Dad, you've really got to get rid of those ums and ahs." And I looked through that last video and there was 41, so quite significant. So what I did was as we do now, we go onto Google or YouTube, and I found this wonderful lady on YouTube who had this exercise that allows you to go through a process of creating a new habit of taking out these filler words, the ums and ahs. And that's been really valuable. Now I've got a weekly routine. Sure, I might still be saying a few ums and ahs, but I think there'll be less than 41 in this video. So seek support, use technology. There's so much on YouTube now in terms of people coaching on different areas. So consider that as an option in working on whatever mistake situation you might find yourself in and whatever project you might be working on. So I hope you found these solutions valuable and helpful in moving from mistakes to teachers. Thanks very much for watching, and remember, giving a little to yourself and to others can mean a lot. Bye for now.